All right, we got another resume review right here from Harry. Harry is a graphic designer, motion designer, and video editor all the way in Australia. He is someone that I work with personally for Golden Guardian stuff, and I'm really excited to tackle this resume because it's more like a portfolio, and we haven't had one like this yet on the stream, on YouTube. I don't know what this is considered, but let's get into it. First thing first, first impressions. It's not one page, but that's okay because look at all this room. He's got videos, he got links. I see some logos that I recognize, and it's really clean. This is not exactly a resume, like I said, but it is an application, and I don't mind looking at portfolios. I actually rather prefer looking at portfolios because I don't have to read. No one wants to read. Reading sucks. Reading's for in the past. All right, so let's see what he has here. He's got his name, socials, contact information. The links look like they're working for the most part. He's got his portfolios here, a website. That's nice. A logo. Really quick information. So I really like this. I feel like it's just really easily organized, and I can just click. If, let's say, I'm just like way too busy and I just want to click on the reel, I can just click on the reel. So let's go through an introduction. I'm currently a creative who works with some of the biggest sporting and entertainment brands here in Australia and overseas, from paid media assets to big event production screens. I've been around digital space for what feels like all my life. I'm able to bring my experience to maximize, which is spelled wrong. Do they spell it differently in Australia? Anyone know? I have no idea. I'm able to bring my experience to maximize the engagement potential and create a positive online footprint to follow. With an extensive background in esports and entertainment, I'm familiar with what it takes to fulfill requirements on very strict deadlines. We'll bring a very positive attitude that motivates others around me as I'm an enthusiastic and driven individual, excellent time management, organizational skills, and I have the ability to work as a team and autonomously. Ready to unfold the next chapter. Okay, cool. So it is Commonwealth spelling. Okay, so I think the introduction's fine. There's a few fluffy things in there that I don't know how much I feel it, right? The positive footprint online, that's cool. I don't really know what that means. Like, really. I know what it literally means, but like, what does it actually mean for me? What does that actually mean for your introduction and who you are? That's cool. I like it. This isn't exactly a sentence right here, but it's a point across. I don't really care. I don't know. I think fulfill might be misspelled, even though it might be Commonwealth spelling. Not sure. But either way, I think it's okay. Let's just go right into it. Let's click on this. Links better work. Okay, you got your Vimeo Showreel. Ooh, that's loud. Let's full screen it. Let's get the show on the road. Let's do it right.
Think happy thoughts. The only way to fly is to never fall. Never land, that is why it's called waiting. I defy the laws, life's a bitch. Watch her show her bosoms at the Mardi Gras. I live for the rainy days and horoscope. Probably said some shit about growing up. Not the zodiac killer, but I do not get no fucks. This is no rental tux. Was born with the suit of armor, Arnold Palmer slinging in a sauna with snake charmers. They tell me my day's warmer. How could I stay calmer? We're all gonna be going soon. Death at the next corner. I live for my dreams, so it seems I'm indebted more. But do you think angels and heaven care about credit scores? 6 feet under makes me wonder about how I wanna go. Just bury me in love. I'm a product of my goals. No, I'm not usually one to brag, but the feelings I've overcome are the greatest feelings I've had. Till I put it all in the bag. You're gonna pay me in glory. You might have written me off, but you're gonna read me in story. The underdog went over their head, though I'm the one twice over hut, 3 like I'm bled. So if I did what you said,
You know what? Actually, okay, there's one thing that bothers me so much about Harry. Why does he have a Hotmail account? Who has Hotmail these days? Not a big deal. Yeah, we already got people in chat saying like that's super clean. Let's talk about that showreel. Okay, one thing I really liked about the showreel is that it's just really clean. It's not over edited, And this person's a motion graphic designer. What it shows me is that he doesn't need to like go crazy. He doesn't need to do ton of random edits. He doesn't need to like hide his edits or his skills by over editing. It's just like really clean. So I can just see like and it's slow. Like he gives room to breathe, right? And I think that's really, really important when it comes to editing too, when to like slow down and when to speed up. So like this is really clean. He's telling a story in his edit too. Like we're going through, hey, he does social media stuff, right? We're on Instagram, we're on the Instagram page. This is all fake, I think. Portfolio 2020 collection. These likes might be fake. This information might be fake. Probably, he has his information here, his Instagram. It's called Portfolio. So this is also showing like what he's capable of. These stories, these are all the people that he's worked with. So this attention to detail is like super, super nice. But it's also telling a story that I like know how to edit for social media. I'm a social media editor to do these like crazy design graphics, right? And he could have just quickly moved on and just shown this and then moved on to the next one. But I actually can there's 3 things here. I can see each piece. I have time to digest each piece. I might not be able to like sit down and break it down, but I know like, oh, this guy can do different types of stuff. Oh, look at this. This is all one team. So it looks like he does like graphics packages, right? You have the matchup. You have another matchup. And maybe this is a schedule. This is a matchup graphic. And then this is live updates on Scorebox, like the Scorebox. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. But yeah, just keeping up with the score. They lost 1-3 or they won 1-3. Looks really nice. Then you gotta flex. He's got the TSM logo there. Like that's super big. Then I'm just like, wait, what kind of TSM stuff has he done? I think this is the logo intro for like every single video that they do. Yeah, probably. And then so he got his esports stuff out of the way. Now we're talking about like maybe other out of esports industry stuff. This is showing something else too. This is showing, I don't know, is this Blender, After Effects? I'm not really sure. But to me, I'm just like, oh, he's done like professional work. He hasn't just done scrappy esports work or whatever, right? And I have no idea how legit this is. But I mean, okay, you got the Monopoly Man right there. So to me, I'm just like, this is super, super legit. So I'm able to see the plethora of different types of editing experiences he has, different things he's able to do. And of course, this is so close and true to my heart, He also knows like, this is a big deal. Peekaboo's channel is huge. So there's another good flex there. He's showing, and I feel like we're seeing different, what do I want to say? Different skills being shown, right? From here, we just saw like clean motion, just really simple motion design, like text displacement and stuff. Then here you're seeing like glitchy stuff and again, social media packages. You're seeing some logo animations. You're seeing some type of modeling, maybe 3D, maybe Blender stuff. Maybe you can fudge this in After Effects without that, and like a lot of depth and movement in like a 3D space. You're seeing again 3D logos. And then some cool like, graphical effects on top of logos and text. And then some, just simple embellishments. He also shows that he can transition, do really good transitions too. This one's cool to me too, because this is really simple and plain, but he's able to take something simple and plain and beef it up. And it starts picking up speed and you're seeing like really cool stuff. Slows down a little bit. Then his name. It's simple. And then his Hotmail. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Really good showreel. Who I've worked with, really quickly, you might know some of these names right when you see it. You might not. I feel like I'm not familiar with the brands because I'm not in Australia. But you'll probably recognize the football clubs if you're there. You'll probably recognize some of the esports like Tainted Minds. Like I think I know this one. All these, like if I don't know who that is, wow, that's really nice. It goes straight to their website, so I can like know, which is cool. Really, really cool. So let's check out these links that he has. Is this a footer? Yeah, it's on each page. I don't mind that at all. Let's go to his website. So Behance, I can quickly look at his portfolio. So even right here, I don't actually know if this is motion graphics, but it's really cool because I can see that he at least can do graphics, minimum. Looks really nice. And this also shows me like what he's done, which is really, really good. But he can do all this stuff. You still see graphics moving. Wow. Yeah, I just see like, wow, he does so many different things. Oh, this is really cool. Give him that thumbs up. Cool. Let's look at his website. Website's really clean. Portfolio. If I click on this, what happens? That's really neat. Let's see, what should I click on? What's interesting? Let's go, oh, DreamHack Pro Circuit. Event coverage. So it's interesting because I would like to know like what exactly did he do here? I think that might be missing. I think it's pretty clear what I know you're capable of, but let's say if I clicked on that one first, I don't exactly know. I think this one might show it a little better where I can see like these pieces of work. This is really good. I'm not sure if you're showing me that you did the Instagram stories and you edited them, or you're showing me like the background stuff here. I'm guessing it's the background stuff here, but slightly confusing. Still looks really, really nice. I think there could be a little bit of context. You have room for text on here. So just saying what you did, I think is a really good idea. I've even seen this with video editor profiles where, let's say on their showreel, they will like say they did the coloring, they did the assembly, they did the audio design, and they implement that in there because you have big projects that encompass a lot of various things. So let's say for this one, Harry didn't actually do the editing for this all, right? And depending on how he feels about the rest of this edit, maybe he doesn't want, maybe he likes that people are assuming that he's done this stuff, or maybe he doesn't. I'm not exactly sure. But you might want to be like showing off that you did this intro specifically. All right, so let's go to the professional experience. I think I've been on this for a bit, and I think we already know like this is really good. So Tainted Minds, creative designer, producing wide range of digital materials such as animation, motion graphics, social media graphics, internal, external presentation, promotional collateral, video production, and editing. So this seems like this was a full-time job. I don't know if this is freelance or full-time. C equals multimedia, responsible for developing, design, websites, social media accounts, executive branded content, designing adverts, weekly deliverables, game day, big screen. Okay. Update promotional creative each week to optimize sales. Responsible for creative assets around one of the Australia's biggest sporting events. Broadcast graphics. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Throughout my career. Okay, so he's doing freelance. Okay, so I feel like, and it's cool, references available of 100 requests because that just takes up space and I don't know. I don't think it's needed. I want to see impact here. I think I've talked about this a lot. Like, you got to make sure impact exists. So, and I want to see numbers, right? I think this one showed a lot of impact, and this one too. Like, these hit me hard, like, as like really standout things. I want to know, like, what's the website visit traffic? Did it increase sales? What was the change of all these projects? Because if you tell me like, hey, this got 50% higher engagement or increased sales, that would be cool to know. You might not know this stuff, but I think these are things that you could be asking your clients, or if these are full-time jobs or you're working very closely, you can maybe ask for that information, like, oh, how did it do? What increased metrics do we see? And that could be something really cool to add to your portfolio. Because, for example, with Golden Gardens, you could say, like, let's say we've done Sound of Lift before and now. If you're able to see like what impact maybe that intro has in increased viewership, that'd be really cool. It might be really hard for this creative design stuff and motion graphics, but if you're able to have that, I think that actually stands out, because I feel like everyone else will say similar things, but if you're able to say like, oh, increased audience retention by 25%, that's a big deal. Those are hard things to find, but if you're able to find them, I think that's a big deal. I think something like this, showing the audience size that is going to see your graphics, can also be a really good flex. You already have like big names on here. Putting Golden State Warriors is really, really smart versus Golden Guardians. Depending on who your audience is, but I think that's really good and really smart. But yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe it's bullet pointed, but like, I like the cleanness of just using sentences in here rather than bullet points. What would I say in conclusion? I think you have all the necessary information here. You have links to your work, which is really, really good. I think being able to pick out specifically what you might have done during your portfolio, whether it's just like saying motion design, or if you did everything, you've done the video editing, the motion design, the text treatment, all those things. If you've done banners and just artwork, I think those are the things that can really make it very clear what you're doing. And I think your organization is really, really clean. And then if you're able to find impact and metrics and numbers in your explanations of what you've done, I think that will make your stuff stand out more than other graphic designers and video editors and your competition in this. But really good job. Really, really clean.